Good afternoon, everybody. So I hope all of you are getting ready for the exam. So in this precious week time, I want to take around 45 minutes to give important tips so that you can reduce your stress. So this is what today's topic, how to face exam. Okay. So okay. So here some tips with facts. Okay, according to the recent worldwide study, only a few students take participate test as a core learning strategy. Researchers discovered that frequently taking practice test is one of the top factors that separate high performance learners from the average learners. So this is very important tip. Practice test, whatever you studied, you have to take a test. Practice test is very important. Then what makes practice testing so valuable? So, so when it comes to learning for tests and exams, the most important thing you want to develop is the ability to remember the information you have studied quickly and correctly. This is what the people where many of the people lagging. You have studied, you have prepared well for the exam, but the problem is getting the right information at the right time. That is problematic. So how to get this right information at the right time? So high performance habit for study. It includes several steps. One is create daily study task list. You have to list out, you have to give a task for yourself and you have to check mark it. Then create a list of your most rewarding and enjoyable activities. Identify the top fun activity you want to do now and keep it. Prioritize the order of each study job, write each note and place them in front of you to your study location. Okay, use timer set the timer and get on study task. You have to set your timer and then as per the timetable you have to get it into the study practice. These are the few steps. Next, how to study for the exam. According to the recent survey study, if you want to study for the exam, the first one what you have to try is learn intensely in the evening late in the afternoon. Evening time or afternoon, you have to go for an intensive study and enjoy a fantastic sleep for 7 to 9 hours at night. And next, study the same ingredients immediately after getting up in the next morning, so that you will be getting in informations very properly and you will understand how much you have studied, what at all you can recall and recollect, and how much you can write in a paper. About all the knowledge you will get it out of this. And another thing is prepare like a chess player. Chess player learn as much about their opponent as possible so they can develop their moves and match strategies. Exam is your opponent. Like a chess player, you have to look at your exam, you have to do the repeated study or repeated practice so that you can have a strategy to reproduce your answer. And another thing is extract information from lectures. Reduce your focus area by asking questions to your lectures. This is very important. What are the main topics in the exam? These are the commonly asked questions. I think all of you have asked this question. Try to repeat it. Ask your teachers what are the important questions, what are the answers, what criteria the answers exist. This is very important. You might be knowing the answers, you will write a paragraph together, pages together, but the thing is, evaluator need a right point at the right time. So this assessment is very important. Criteria for the answers to be assessed, that is very important. That information you have to extract from the lecturers. And any final suggestions for the exams, you ask your lecturers, definitely they will tell you, they will give you the tips. Then collect your study materials. So download all relevant previous exam papers, model answers, and class readings. This will help you to understand how much material you need to study. And then next one is build a virtual or the offline study group. Nowadays, you can go with the virtual study group. Get some friends, whoever compatible for you, have a group. Then come together in a social media study group. This will be your first call for help, information sharing, and even added motivation. This is also important. Here, the choosing your friend is very important. Right person you have to choose. He or she must motivate you for the study purpose. This is very important thing. And another thing is create the final study timetable so that plan your weekly study. This is very important. You have to go for a plan of weekly study. Work backward from your exam date and integrate all your courses into an organized and colorful looking programs. How I can show you in the background now. The same way you have to have a colorful program or colorful board so that you can find out which topic you have covered, which topic you cover. All these informations will be obtained from this type of pasting the colorful note. Next is participate in the office hours. Lecturers want to see you succeed. This is very important. Meet them and visit challenging questions or topics to them. This is another opportunity to ask them about the exam. Oftenly, you have to visit your college, talk to your teachers, especially in the office hours. This will give you a valuable input for the exam. And the thing is, follow Pareto's rule. Spend more time on the important concept. This is important. You're supposed to find out which is most important questions, which is most commonly asked question. You have to find out first. Then spend more time on that particular questions. Ask yourself, what should I focus on to get how much of my study content? This is very important. Next is reinforce what you have learned or what you learn. Remember the concept from each study sessions of your head or the book. Study session with the classmates. Either you can book a study session with your class teachers or with your friends and teachers. Teach each other alternative topics. This is very important. Okay, you can explain each topic with to your friends so that you can recollect or remember the concept very well. And while studying for the exam, change your sitting position after some times. This is very important. This will increase your output. Drink a lot of water while studying. Turn off mobile notification and silence your phone. This is a place where all of you lag behind. Okay, you have to switch off your mobile phone or else the notifications to be turned off. It is better you switch it off and keep it in some other places away from your study room. Play a mild amount of music when you're very or you're frustrated, you're tired at that particular time. You have to play a mild music. Okay, then avoid studying by lying on the bed. This is very important. Whenever you feel weary after the school or the college, you have to do the lab work. Okay, or else copying, writing, or assignments, all those unnecessary things, whatever, what and all you can do, which will be helpful for you in the exam. That particular type of the work you have to do. And when you feel sleepy at the midnight, wash your face using face wash that contains methanol. This is one of the tip that I can give you. So, which is supposed to have some cooling particles. It magically helps your sleep to disappear. Okay, face wash which contains methanol, which will cools your face. That type of face wash you're supposed to use. So it will, you can avoid sleepy at in that particular case, you can avoid the sleepy at particularly midnight. Then avoid coffee. Most of us, we have a habit of drinking coffee whenever we feel sleepy, but this is not good. Okay, avoid coffee at midnight, as it boosts you for a while. Of course, it boosts you. Caffeine will boost you for a while, but after that, you will sleepy, which dominate more than before. Whatever the sleep is there, which will be dominating more than before. Okay, so better to avoid coffee. Then always start topics that are relatively easy and more interesting to you. So while writing exam also, you have to attempt the easy questions first. At the same time, while reading, you have to attempt the easiest topic first, which is more interesting, so that you will get interest in the study and you can concentrate on your study. Then you have to look at your notes, class notes, and practice from the recommended for the whatever practices you have done, that you have to see, so that you will get the points which will be helpful for you in the exam. And do the things that are in the syllabus. Have a syllabus copy, look at that and study. Okay. Another thing is take a break every half an hour. But one thing, make sure that this break no more than 10 minutes. You can take a break only for 10 minutes, not more than that. Okay. And during the exam time, what you're supposed to do? This is what commonly we face. If your mind goes blank, what you do? Up and down, read what you have done so far, plan next step. This is a one thing you can do. Another thing is note everything you know about that particular topic. Okay. And other thing is leave a gap and move to the next question and go back for it later. This is a one thing you can do if your mind goes blank. Another problem, if you are running out of time, what you do? So divide remaining time between the numbers of answers what you supposed to be supposed to write. Better to put key information in each rather than leave any blank page if you can help it. Like better to write key points and don't leave blank pages, because you won't be getting much time afterwards to fill the blank place. And get main point down and any evidences, even if it is just in a bullet, that is also enough at point, so that at least you will instead of 6 marks you may get 2 or 3 marks. Okay, then go back later, fill the details if you have time left. This is what you're supposed to do. If you are getting confused, most of the time we will be confused. You might be knowing the answers, but for which question you may not be knowing. So in such a situation, stop writing and reread the question once again. Okay, you have to reread it. Then re-look at your answer. Have you gone out of track? Plan for it and again start to write. This is how you have to do during the exam time. In the exam hall, what you supposed to do? So in the exam hall, there will be only one book will be issued, no extra sheets, additional sheets will be given, and even you are not allowed to take any sheets inside the exam hall also. Only one book will be issued in the exam hall. The first thing what you supposed to do is, candidate should write his or her seat number, USN. Okay, and give another informations like examination, subject code, etc., whatever space is given in the front page of the answer book, that you're supposed to fill properly. So your blue book front page or your answer book front page will be like this. Here in the first you have to fill the session, morning session or afternoon session. For you it is afternoon session that you have to do, and in the subject you have to write. It will be written in the question paper. If you are confused, you can write it after getting the question paper. Then the date, semester you supposed to do. Right. Okay. And next comes the subject code. So while filling the subject code, before filling these boxes, you have to look into this bubbling places. What is written? A, B, C, D. Here you can see some numbers. Then A, B, C, D, A. Here the alphabets are written. And again the number is written. Again the alphabet is written. So in plan for your subject code first. What is the subject? If you don't know the subject code, look at your hall ticket. Identify your subject code. You have to see properly and analyze with this bubbling slot, and then fill the boxes which is given over here. So it is usually like this. At the last one is with the alphabet, okay, and other from the last, it is the second, third, fourth is a number. Then the again alphabets will be given. You can fill the subject code like this. Okay, don't do any mistake in filling the front page. Then there will be a space for the student name and student signature. Here, name and signature of the candidate you have to write. First name you have to write, then put the signature. Then your room invigilator will sign over here. Okay, that is the thing you have to do. Then the graph sheets, usually you're not taking extra graph sheets from the outside. Whatever there inside in the which is inserted in the booklet itself you are using, you can put a dash over here. Next comes the USN. So while filling the USN, don't do even a single mistake. Okay. If at all you have a doubt, look at your hall ticket. It will give you the USN, give you your USN properly. Directly in the continuous form, you can fill the USN, then bubble it. Okay, you have to bubble it properly. This is how you have to fill the front page. The candidate, if he writes his USN or any identification marks inside any part of the answer book other than the first page, will disclose your identity, and that will be treated as malpractice and is liable for the penalization. Okay. The question number you supposed to mention properly in the margin. It is better always to write 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Okay, don't write 1 ABC, 2 ABC like that. It is always better to write 1A, 1B, 2A, 2C like that. And another thing is, candidate shall write answers on both sides of the pages of the answer book. Extra sheets will not be given. Those books have enough of pages. You can use both sides of the pages. Okay. All the rough work should be done in the space provided at the end of the answer book. At the end of the book, there will be one sheet for the rough work. You can use those pages for your rough work. Answers must be written in using black ball pen. Okay, this is very, very important. You must use black ink pen because your answer sheet is going to be scanned for the further valuation purpose. So if you use black ink pen, it will be during the scanning, your handwriting will be seen properly. Otherwise, reflections will come. Okay, always use the black ink pen, ball pen, and if there is a change in the ink, most of the time the change of pen, even it is black ink only. In case there is a change of ink is there, it shall be attested by the room superintendent on the title page. You have to tell to your room invigilators. Answer book should be handed over personally to the room superintendent before leaving the examination hall. So don't keep it in your place. Okay, your answer book, you should not keep it in your place and leave. You have to personally hand it over to the invigilator. This is your duty. Okay. The next is examination hall or the room will be opened 30 minutes before the time specified for the commencement of the examination. See here, for the first years, exam will start at 2 to exam timing is 2 to 5. Okay, so 1:30 your exam room will be open. You have to get into the room exactly at 1:30, half an hour before the exam. You have to get into the room, and the candidate, after entering into the examination hall, should occupy their respective seat as per the seat number marked on the desk. So before entering to the exam hall, on the outside there will be one chart which will show you the seat number. With respect to the USN, it will be notified. You have to identify your USN and you have to identify your seat number, and at that particular seat number itself you have to go and sit. You can't mismatch the seat numbers. Another thing is, no candidate shall be admitted after the commencement of the examination. So exactly 1:30 you have to get into the exam room. Okay, don't do any delay. Exactly 2 o'clock your exam starts. So before that you have to fill the front page properly. So you need time. You have to have you have to relax yourself. So don't do any delay. After the commencement of the examination, you're not allowed into the exam hall. No candidate shall be allowed to leave the exam hall before 2 hours of the commencement of the examination. Exactly 2 o'clock your exam starts, and after that minimum 2 hours you have to sit in the exam hall till 4 o'clock. You have to sit and you have to write. This is what the rule. Okay, examination hall before 2 hours you can't leave. No candidate shall be permitted to go to toilet during the examination. Okay, no candidate should leave his or her seat during the last 10 minutes. So the thing is, toilet, if at all, if you want to go to toilet before the examination, before 1:30 itself, you have to finish your work and come. Once you enter into the exam hall, you're not allowed to go out for the toilet, and even you can't even. Another thing is, you should not leave the seat during the last 10 minutes also. Okay. Next is, candidate should not take any books or notes. Log table. Log table also you are not allowed to take in. The table, if at all it is required, it will be provided by the invigilator itself. Scribbling pads not allowed. It is, if at all you have you want to do any rough work in the answer book itself, last page you can use for the rough work. Cell phone. Usually we keep our mobile phone in the pocket. Most of the time we forget to take it off. So it is very important to take your mobile phone off and keep it in your bag itself. It is not allowed. The programmable calculators are not allowed. Smartwatch is also not allowed, or any kind of reference material into the examination hall. Any form of reference material is not allowed to take into the exam hall. Then the candidate should make sure that he has no any unauthorized book or the paper in the examination hall with him or in his desk. This is important. You can't carry any unauthorized papers or unauthorized contents. At the same time, you have to check your places. If at all any unauthorized contents you observe, you have to hand it over to the invigilators. Okay, and he should have only articles permitted, like identity card. You have to wear your ID card. Then you have to take your hall ticket. Then calculator without cover you have to take. Pen, pencil, eraser, scale, sharpener, whatever you want, that you're supposed to take. Even the compass box is also not allowed. Wallet, pouch, anything you can't take it into the hall. And another thing is, you should not write anything on your admission ticket or the identity card, and even in the calculator. Okay, verify this. If at all something is written on the calculator, erase it, make it clean, and bring. Next, a warning bell will be given 30 minutes before the commencement of the examination. and all the candidates should take their position of seat. You have to go and sit in that particular your respective seats. Another bell will be given at the beginning of the examination. Then the question paper will be distributed. Okay, in the second bell, question paper will be given, and you supposed to write your USN on the question paper. Then only you can start writing answer. Okay, so when you enter to the exam hall 30 minutes before the commencement of the examination, the answer book will be given to you. 30 minutes time is there. Just relax and write all the contents which is required to be filled in the front page. Don't do any mistake. Don't do any hurry. Okay, and after that, in the second bell, question paper will be given. Immediately after getting question paper, the first work is you have to write your USN in the question paper. Then only you can start writing the answers. Then a warning bell will be given 10 minutes before the closing time. So third bell will be given just 10 minutes before the closing time. And the fourth bell, the final bell, will be given at the end of the examination. Then all candidates should stop writing or revising the answers, and you should hand over your answer book to the room superintendents. Next, the candidate should not take any books, notes, log table. Okay, this is done. The candidate should see that the room superintendent has appended his or her signature at specified place or the space on the answer book as when he or she received answer book. This is very important. So you have to verify whether your invigilator signed your book or not. There is a specific place for the room superintendent signature. You have to confirm it whether your room superintendent is signed or not. If not, you have to ask them to sign. Okay. Another thing is smoking, taking tea, coffee, or cold drinks, even the chocolates, is in the examination hall is strictly prohibited. However, the drinking water will be supplied on request. Any candidate appearing for UG or PG examination is liable to be charged with the commitment of malpractice in the following cases. So, for following cases, we can book the malpractice cases. The thing is one thing, bringing into examination hall or being found in possessing of portion of a book, manuscript, programmable calculator, smartwatch, or any other material or the matter which is not permissible to be brought in the examination hall. If at all you have manuscripts or the portion of the book, even the smartwatch, the examiner can to you. So be careful before entering into the lab, entering into the exam hall. You remove your smartwatch, even the mobile phone, cover of the calculator, everything you have to keep it in your bag and come. Even the wallet is also not allowed. Currency note is also not allowed. Don't bring all those things in exam hall. Another thing is having any matter on scribbling pad, question paper, admission ticket, calculator, palm, hand, leg, or handkerchiefs, clothes, socks, instrument box, or the identity card, hall ticket, scale. All those things are not allowed. Okay. Even in the question paper also, don't do any tick marks. Okay. That is also considered very seriously. Another thing is disclosing identity by writing any words or by making any peculiar mark or by writing USN on the pages other than facing sheet in the answer script while answering is also considered very seriously. We can book the malpractice case. Another thing is copying from the materials or the matter or answer of another candidate or similar aid or assisting in assistance is rendered to another candidate in the examination hall is strictly prohibited. You can't copy from the other speech or you can't help to others to copy also. Both will be considered equally and we can book the cases. Then communicating with any candidate or any other person inside or outside the examination hall with a view to take assistance to write answer in the examination hall in the examination is also not allowed. Smuggling out or smuggling in or tearing off of answer script sheets or supplementary sheets or inserting papers written outside the examination hall into the answer book or running away along with the answer script from the examination hall or the premises is not allowed. You can't tear off any of the pages from the answer book and even you can't keep any extra pages from the outside also. And another thing is you can't run off with your paper. Okay, then the impersonation or allowing any other person to impersonate to answer in his or her places in the examination hall is not allowed. Instead of you, someone else can't come and write your exam. Hall ticket will be checked properly. In the hall ticket, photo will be there. We will check it properly and then only we will allow inside the exam hall. Then bringing mobile phone to the examination hall is strictly prohibited. Another thing is unruly behavior inside or near the examination hall is considered very serious. You have to behave well with your room superintendents or with the squad, whoever comes to the examination hall for the inspection purpose. You have to behave well. That is very important. Then subjects like English, Kannada, Scientific Foundation of Health or IDT, in such a cases, it is OMR sheet will be given. So enter your USN on the question paper properly very first. Another thing is use only black ink pen, ball pen for writing or darkening the bubbles on the OMR sheet. This is how your OMR sheet looks. You have to write the USN directly and you can bubble it. And another thing is the scheme. For you, it is 2022. Scheme is 2022. And you have to write the date. And another thing is the subject code. You can directly write the subject code and you can write the title of the subject. And here the student name you have to write, then the invigilator signature, student signature. And another very important thing is question paper version. This question paper version is allotted according to your USN. Okay, it is already allotted from the office and it will be given to you. Okay, and the same the question paper version you have to mention. You can see you will get this information from your question paper. Same version you have to mention, bubble it over here. This is very important. Correctly enter your USN at the appropriate place on the OMR sheet. Correctly enter your name and put your signature at the appropriate place. Then enter the serial number of question paper booklet supplied to you at the required place of the OMR sheet. The serial number you have to enter properly. Then for each question, after selecting your answer, darken the appropriate bubble corresponding to the same question number on the OMR sheet. Okay, you have to bubble it properly, completely you have to bubble. Then making two bubbles for the same question makes the answer invalid. Damaging or overwriting using whitener on the OMR sheets are strictly prohibited. Whole answer sheet will be rejected in such cases. Okay, damaged one, overwriting, or using whitener. In such a situation, whole OMR sheet will be rejected. All the questions are compulsory and carry equal marks. No negative mark is given. So, even if you have doubt for the answer, the last 5 minutes use efficiently to bubble the answer. Particularly for the lab. So all the candidates should be present near the particular lab 1 hour before the commencement examination. If your examination is at 11:30, you're supposed to be near the lab at 10:30. 1 hour before you have to be present near the lab. And candidates should get their record book, hall ticket without fail. Okay, you have to take your record book and even the hall ticket. This is very, very important. Bringing hall ticket is very important. If at all you forget to bring your hall ticket, don't be panic. Go to office 1, write a request letter, finish all the procedures, and you will get the duplicate copy of your hall ticket, and later you can write the exam. Okay, it is always preferred to bring. We will tell you to bring hall ticket. Don't miss it. It is very important till the finish of your exam. Okay, so don't be afraid of moving forward. The future is very, very bright. Don't spoil it for a silly reason. Don't copy from the others. Don't assist copy others. Okay, your future is very bright. You may get 1 or 2 marks less. Your future is in your hand. Don't spoil it for unnecessary reasons. Okay, all the best. And of course, thank you for patient listening. If at all you have any doubts, you can ask, or else we will finish our session here itself. Even you can put your queries in the chat box also. Okay, somebody asked, ma'am, exam postpone agatta. As of now, exam postpone agala. It is, the date is fixed. 29th onwards, you will be having your exam. Look at VTU site for the timetable. Follow that. Normal watches are permitted. Yes, your normal analog watches are permitted. Smart watch is not allowed. Exam RAM. USN ID card. USN and ID card will be issued soon. USN we have not received from the VTU. Once we get the USN and hall ticket, we will issue you along with the ID card. Ma'am, did USN receive to the college? Once we receive the USN, we will inform you. Academic advisors will inform you, and you can come and collect the USN. Whenever descriptive type of answers are there, better you underline the important topics so that evaluator will get the informations very quickly. Okay, so that you can score good marks. And even for the maths, physics subject and all, wherever the problems, the formulas are there, write the formula on the top, and below to that, give the the whatever the content is given in the question paper, you have to properly substitute. Yes, any other doubts? Okay, I hope nobody have nobody have questions or the doubts. I think I have clarified everything, and even whatever the tips given in the beginning, follow that. Try to reduce your study stress. And another thing is, you have to write right information on the right time. That is very important. Thank you, one and all.